Hi, Democrats. Today is Thursday, October 21st, and it's time for the Chair's Daily Live. Happy Thursday. So, uh, today I'm not going to talk about any bills today. I'm going to talk about an interim study that was led by Senator George Young yesterday. Belated happy birthday, Angela, and I hope you're feeling better. Senator Young did an interim study, and let me remind folks what an interim study is. This is when they're not in session, our legislators are still working. They are putting together studies to support or to do research on bills that they plan to put forward. And so Senator Young did a study yesterday on the economic disparity between the races and what kinds of bills, what kinds of policies can be put in place to narrow the gap as it relates to economic disparities between races. And, I was at a meeting earlier today where I heard Senator Kay Floyd speak on it because she was actually there. And our state legislators still have a lot of learning to do. There's a lot of work that needs to be done with regards to us all being on the same page with regards to where we are and what leads to the outcomes that we have with regards to income, with regards to education, with regards to crime. And that's the purpose of these kinds of studies, right? These kinds of studies are so they can do the research and they can bring in, what they do is they bring in experts to talk about it and bring stats and bring information from other states and all of this kind of stuff. And so I heard today that yesterday's interim study was distressing because some of the questions that were asked were based in ignorance. Now I'll say this. Senator Floyd said it better and nicer than that, but I'm not on a ballot, so I can say based in ignorance. And then I come into the office and I'm talking to staff, and they were being generic and euphemistic. So I come back and I'm talking to staff, and I find out that my state senator, I live in Senate District 35, and not 35. I don't know what Senate district I live in, but Dave Rader is my senator. And in the discussion, he referred to yellow families. Nowhere is that politically correct. Nowhere is that acceptable. Geez, oh Pete. I just don't even know. I've gotten sadly used to hearing the racist comments while they're in session, but they're not even in session. And he's saying stuff like yellow families, and he's perpetuating the myth of the outstanding minority, right? I can't think of what it's called, but it's, that Asians have skipped over all of the disparities. And I mean, geez, does he not have a TV? Does he not know that, we have a crisis of Asian violence, and that folks of Asian descent do suffer in our society? But he said yellow families. That's a real thing that was said at our Capitol yesterday. It's distressing, but it's a reminder that we still have a long way to go. Then, as I was doing my own research, because this is not what I planned on talking about, I was doing my own research, and I'm always going to talk about our governor, because I just want to make sure that you guys know he needs to go. And once again, he's attacking the sovereignty of one of our tribal nations. So there was a McGirt decision that was passed down that the Quapaw Nation is a sovereign nation. And because of McGirt, if either a Native American is arrested in Quapaw Nation, or there's arrest that happens in Quapaw Nation, the Quapaw Nation has jurisdiction. That's just what it means. Our governor is whining because he doesn't get to decide the criminal component of what happens in Ottawa County, which is in northeastern part of our state. Dude, Mind your business. Do the stuff that is actually your job and stop whining over a piece of land that you think that you've lost. Ottawa County is still in Oklahoma. The jurisdiction has just changed. That's all. The jurisdiction has just changed. And his language in his press release today is just a scare tactic and another form of othering. We have got to stop othering each other in our state. We need to think of each other as Oklahomans, right? We need to think about each other as Oklahomans and how we can help each other. And when you say stuff like, when you disrespect the sovereignty of a sovereign nation, that's not helpful in any sense. And that's what our governor continues to do. You are the governor of a state that has 39 federally recognized tribes resident in our state, in addition to the other tribes. Understand that, accept that, move on. That's what you got. You know, you have to deal with the cards that are dealt to you. And it's not even a negative. You just have to figure out how to deal with the folks in your state. That's it. It's just that simple. But he's had 3 years and he's decided not to. He's chosen not to. I've met a lot, not all, but a lot of the chiefs of the nations that reside in Oklahoma, and they're open to discussions, and they're not running from this governor, although they rescinded their congratulations and well done. But he could have conversations with them and learn something if he chose. And he's proven that he's willing to go on a field trip to learn about an issue, but he won't learn about issues that are right here in Oklahoma. He doesn't have to go on a field trip. I bet if he called Chief Hoskins, he'd meet him halfway, if not come all the way to the Capitol. But this governor is not trying to. So I remind you that he is on the ballot come November 2022. Thank you, Marianne. And that's exactly it. Him trying to carve it up, and our state senator talking about yellow families, and we need to stop othering each other and unite. But Kevin Stitt is on the ballot in November. We have got to replace him. And Democrats, it's time for us to decide. We all need to decide. Pick your candidate. Support your candidate. We've got to replace Stitt. And Regina, you asked if our governor is Native American. Our governor has said that he is a member of Cherokee Nation. I have no credible information to dispute that. So I'm going to say, according to him, he is Cherokee. I don't question people. So to answer your question, according to him, he is a member of the Cherokee Nation. So do with that what you will. I know it's hard to believe because he keeps attacking the tribes, but there you have it. And yes, he did. He's all over the place. But keep in mind, he did announce to firearm and ammunition manufacturers that Oklahoma is open for business. As governor, it is his job to bring industry to our state so that folks can get jobs. But why is he specifically targeting firearm and ammunition manufacturers? What is that about? We have enough guns here. We do. We have enough guns. We have enough gun laws. What are you doing? Bring real industry here. I'm not saying that that's not real industry, but diversify. He keeps talking about that one industry. Bring more industry here. Or focus on packing your bags because you got to go. All righty, guys. Thanks for joining me. I will be here tomorrow at 4:15.